Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
So today we're going to be reacting to a video of Theo Von and Andrew Huberman talking about why straight men should really have lesbian friends.
Is it that it's something here? It's between us, right?
That's right. I mean, I have a half joking solution to this, but I'm only half joking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I should say I've had some great relationships and I've had some not great relationships, right? I'm on great terms with most all of my ex-girlfriends, you know, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Just wanted to talk about that real quick. Do you think you should be on good terms with most of your exes?
I don't think you need to be.
I think it's better to be on, to break up on good terms, but you don't have to be in their lives after that.
No, I don't think you. I don't. No.
But breaking up on good terms is obviously the best case scenario.
Yeah, but usually it doesn't go like that. One person usually wants to end it over the other.
Yes, and usually it's for a reason that you don't want to see them anymore over.
To especially one from it was a long relationship, about 7 years, where she really taught me how to have the uncomfortable conversation.
Wow.
And I'm still learning, right? And we're still good friends. But I'll tell you one of the solutions to this. Men, find a good lesbian friend. You want to really understand where you're strong, where you're weak, and you want to learn to just kind of relax around women. Be around a woman that you have no chance of sleeping with.
That buddy oyster,
you
bro.
know, I have a couple of lesbian friends, and I'll tell you, I've always had a couple of lesbian friends. I'm convinced lesbians are going to save us all.
God, I got to get one.
They are,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you got to get it out of your head that you're going to sleep with them.
Yes,
because these are what we call platinum star lesbians. They are interested in women and women only.
Oh yeah, I'm talking chicken of Westbrook.
Okay, so it's interesting because they have an amazing perspective on men that's from a women's perspective, and they also have an amazing perspective on women.
Yeah.
They can say things like, she's crazy. Andrew, you date her, you're going to be in pain. And they can also say things like, she seems pretty cool. I would date her, except she's not into women. And
that's good.
Women can see things in women that men can't see. Men can see things in men that...
The fact that a man...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't sleep with them. Forgot about that. If they don't like it, don't do it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with this advice, though, is that, every man is like, oh, shit. I didn't even think about not wanting to sleep with them because it's hard. It's hard to not catch feelings for someone, generally, if you care about someone, right?
Yeah.
And you're single and they're single. I can't tell you how many lesbians have that male best friend who they think is a great guy. They think he's lovely, but they won't sleep with him, and he's not looking for anyone besides the chick he's best friends with. And that's the problem, is that they convince themselves, oh, no, I'm okay with it, but I don't see anyone but them. That's the thing, is if that's your, best friend, and all you're hanging out with is that person, you have no time for dating. You have no room for dating, and you're not even looking for dating because you're filling it with a platonic relationship.
Yeah. I had a best friend like that.
Lesbians in the comments, right now. I'm not saying you have to name him, but just fucking tell me that you've had the same experience, because I know that we all have.
There are caveats to this advice. You have to find someone who's actually a lesbian, because a lot of straight women nowadays, or bi women nowadays, are calling themselves lesbians because they got burned by some dude and now they're going to women. Jojo Siwa. So we don't...
Which is why he specifies platinum star, which is gold star, which lesbian. We've talked about, which is someone who has not slept with a man.
Yeah. But also the other caveat is you got to find a lesbian you're not attracted to. But even then...
It's not that. It's not that.
Even then...
It's not attraction. It's a man having a woman who cares about him.
But even then, the man, if he's best friends with the lesbian... or friends with a lesbian and feels comfortable around her, could eventually gain feelings for her anyway. So it's like, well, she's the only woman in the room and I feel comfortable around her. I don't really find her that attractive, but, she's fuckable. They'll still catch feelings for him.
But she's not fuckable. That's the thing, is she's not
fuckable, physically looking.
You could, if no one had consent rules, you could, yes, put your penis in a vagina. But by all extents, she is unavailable.
Yeah, that's the problem that a lot of guys, especially young guys, can't get through their heads is that, like, this woman will never sleep with you. Why are you still trying?
And it's about putting that separation line in. Friendships are very emotional. Not in a romantic way, but you tell people how you're feeling. You talk about what's going on in your life. It's venting emotions to someone to listen and say, I'm here for you. That's what a lot of friendships are, male, female, otherwise. Mm-hmm. To put someone who is single with someone who is in the dating pool that they want to attempt to go for, even just physically, will put a lot of people in a tough position, saying, man, I feel like I'm in love with this person. Even the best person can be like, I fell in love with you. And now I have to step back because of it. But it's just, you can't dictate where your care goes. And so have a lesbian friend, but don't make her your best friend.
Don't make her your best friend. Yeah.
Don't ever expect to sleep with her. And maybe if you're single, don't hang out with her especially alone, because like you're going to have an isolated view of only this woman, and it becomes a very maternal type of thing, where this man has a woman taking care of him, and he's not having sex, but this woman is taking care of him, cares about him, loves him, but not in a physical way. And so it's confusing, especially with the men today who can't even get a date.
Yeah.
Because women have such high standards. If you put yourself in that man's life, I mean, 99% of the time, they're going to catch feelings.
Yeah, and usually what they'll do is they'll put the lesbian on the pedestal. Mm-hmm. And if he sees that lesbian friend as, like, amazing, then no other woman is going to match up, and he's going to compare the two.
And then it goes back to my least favorite, Shawn Mendes. Shawn Mendes, right? This guy I hate.
Yeah.
I know I could treat you better. Yeah, it's that fucking mentality. It's that mentality. She just had a fight with her lesbian girlfriend. She must need me a man to take care of her now. Like, that kind of thing.
Even if she's telling you there's no way in hell this is ever going to happen, stop having feelings for me. Like, what is with the man's mind that makes them still...
Let me put it out here like this. Ready? It's midnight.
Okay.
You know that she was hanging out with her girlfriend. They got in a fight. Mm-hmm. She says, we got in a fight. I just want to hang out and drink a beer. What do you think that man is thinking?
He might get lucky.
And that shouldn't be the case.
It shouldn't be the case. If you're gay,
because if you were a
that
woman,
should be enough.
If you were a woman instead, if a woman hit you up at the same time, said, hey, I just got in a fight with my significant other. I just want to drink and to talk. Do you think she's thinking about getting
No.
She's thinking, I'm getting my wine and I'm getting my best snuggy clothes and we're sitting here and we're having a gal pal talk.
Yeah.
It's a very different, and this is, again, the differences in men and women.
Men are sexually motivated.
And so, in that capacity, a lesbian can come across in the same way to two different people, a man or a woman, and have two completely different results. And I think the biggest thing is that the men have to see that, like, you have to pretend she has a penis. Like, straight
you
up.
really do.
Pretend she has a penis.
Yeah.
Because pretend there's no way that you're ever getting in there, because that is the biggest problem.
But why can't men get past that? I think, actually, men would have a lot more help with dating if they could get past the fact that they cannot sleep with their lesbian friend if they got a lesbian friend.
I think that that's not the majority of the problem, but it is part of the problem. You know what I mean?
What's the majority of the problem?
That men aren't getting dates, and men are also having nothing but a hard time.
So you
with
don't
their masculinity, with their income, with everything.
Yeah.
They're expected to be breadwinners when we have become equals. So they should be expected to become equals, but they're still expected to be higher.
So the answer in their head is, let's try to sleep with the person who doesn't want to sleep with me?
No, that comes from just, like I said, emotional relationships. When you bond with someone.
So don't get too close to the lesbian friend.
Unless you know you can stop that feeling. Like, unless you know you can prevent that feeling from happening.
Is it really a feeling, or is it more of a sexual motivation?
I would like to believe that, especially in, like, situations like you've had and like I've had and like a lot of these lesbians have had, that they're just genuinely good dudes who have a hard time dating, and then they get stuck on, like, one person. Because it's all they see. They spend their time exclusively with that person usually.
Okay, I wouldn't call them genuinely good dudes then.
Oh no,
Because
they're confused.
you're literally
You can be good and
not
confused.
listening to your friend when she says there's no chance in hell. You're like taking what she's saying about her sexuality and you're throwing it to the wind because you think somehow you have a chance, which wouldn't make you a good dude.
I think to know you don't have a chance, but to catch the feelings is different than to think you have a chance.
But if you
Does that make
catch the
sense?
feelings and you're still doing the same crap
No,
with her and around her,
It's your
then
responsibility to pull yourself back from that relationship.
that's what a man should know how to have self-control. And that sounds like you're losing self-control if you're catching feelings. I know people don't have control over their feelings, but they actually do to a certain extent.
No, you don't have control. No, you don't have control over what you feel. You have control over what you do with your feelings.
No, I think you can have control over what you feel, for sure. I mean, how do people get over relationships? They
I would
cut
say-
contact, they do certain steps, and they can get over it.
I would say that it's about being mature about it and saying, "Hey,
Being a man.
you can tell anyone, hey, I've caught feelings for you." Like friends, I'm sure there's plenty of straight adult relationships where they're married and they're at work and they meet a coworker and then they talk and talk and talk and then they go, "Hey, I have to stop talking with you as much because I've caught feelings. I need to pull back because I don't think it's right." Not a lot of people do it. Not a lot of people do it because people go for the impulse of wanting the new experience. But the people that are good sit there and say, I will not.
If you start getting an inclination that you're having certain feelings for that person, you should have pulled your ass back a long time ago.
Sometimes people are oblivious until they realize it, you know?
And then you just have to cut off all contact.
And that's when and I wouldn't say, you don't have to be mean. You can have the conversation. It's a lot of people are more receptive than you'd even begin to imagine. As a lesbian who's been approached with this topic before, being told, "Hey, I've caught feelings for you," I would say to anyone, well, you need to figure your shit out. We have to stop seeing each other as much, and you need to spend time with other women. It's that simple. I mean, it really comes down to that. You've isolated yourself into a box, and I'm not saying you're a bad person because of it. You people get busy, life gets hard. You find someone you trust, and you latch on. That's
Yeah.
human nature. Regardless of fucking or not fucking, if you trust that person, you're gonna latch on. So, I don't know. Maybe I just have a sensitive spot to understand why someone could catch feelings, but it's your responsibility then to be like, either I'm pursuing it or I'm not pursuing it. If they're not someone I can pursue, then I'm not fucking pursuing it. It's pretty simple.
But it's also the lesbian's responsibility to back away from that friendship if that guy caught feelings.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or else you're just leading him on.
100%. And obviously, you can say the obvious. You guys want to stay friends, but until you guys can figure out the emotional issue here,
Yeah, you can't be friends.
well, you can't be active friends.
No.
Not until like you've squared that away, and it sucks, but it's true. And a lot of people have lost a lot of friends that way. And I'm not talking about lesbians either. I mean, a lot of people have lost a lot of friends and a lot of relationships because they couldn't just be upfront. And then they cheat, is the thing, is they cheat.
Honesty and self-control seems to be lacking.
Oh, also, real quick, sorry. I just wanted to back up. Beep, beep, beep. I don't think lesbians are as smart as he's given us credit for. Not to be that person. But
You mean lesbians today? Most of
He's
them
like-
aren't lesbians.
He's like, lesbians could save the world. With all due respect,
Specific ones.
lesbians can't kill a bug. Have you ever seen two lesbians and a bug?
It depends on the type of lesbian. There are different types of lesbians. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
I agree.
You can't get a woke lesbian. She ain't going to tell you the truth. She's going to try to shield you like a fucking mommy.
To the extent, I don't think any specific group is going to save the world, but I also don't think it's going to be lesbians if it's anyone. Because lesbians, they're too emotional. At the end of the day, lesbians are simply women who love women, and they run off emotions a lot of the time. Some of them can be more stoic, some of them can be more thought out, but 100% emotional. But if you're looking, because
Even
guys,
butch ones are emotional.
100%.
Sometimes they're more emotional.
The last person I went out with before you was around your age and was a very butch woman, but had like 4 kids and had just had her like
wasn't
second,
a lesbian.
just had her second grandbaby coming on the way. And she told me, because I said I didn't want to live with someone I wanted to live alone for a year and then we could consider going from there. We got on one date. And she said I was putting up too many walls and left. So when you
She wanted you to move in that day, pretty much.
So when you say like lesbians could run the world. No, lesbians are emotional-based creatures, and they move really fast, and they don't always think things through. And yes, if you're looking for an opinion on a woman, the best person to ask is a woman, especially one that dates women. But I wouldn't say, like, don't go to them and ask which stocks to go invest in. You know, like, they don't know that kind of thing. Ask them what flannels are the most comfortable. like, come on, guys. Like, let's be realistic here.
Lesbians could really save straight men, but you got to find the right lesbian. Men aren't going to save straight men. Certain men can. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that one gem that walks around, just kind of nudging guys and being like, hey, you know, he's the one that's going to save all the men.
Yeah, not Andrew Tate. Definitely not.
No, we're talking about that guy that walks around the bar and just like kind of like swings out advice. You know, he's the guy. He's the guy, man.
The old guy at the bar who's been going there for 20 years.
But drives the nicest car.
Right?
Yeah.
Obviously, women can't see. I mean, I grew up in a big pack of guys. Like, I only hit bullseyes when it comes to assessment of friends and business partners, men and women. But, you know, with men, I can just tell. He's a sociopath. He's cool. He's not cool. I can just tell. It's like a sixth sense. The other thing, you know, across the sexes, you know, a macaque monkey blindfolded on LSD has better optics. And I don't think I'm alone in that, right? Because we get stirred. It's not all about the anticipation of sex. It's that the styles of communication are different. The way that stories and information is turned into things by one sex. And it's like a whole different world. Lesbians normalize all of this, and they're extremely direct. And some of my best friends are lesbians. I love them to death.
Some lesbians are extremely direct.
I've met a lot of very direct lesbians, actually. I would say that that's probably, if you're a gold star lesbian,
like me
or
and
me,
you,
then I think you're more direct than not.
I'm more brutally honest than you are.
By your age group standard, but for my age group, I'm a monster. Rawr. No, I mean, at least in my experience, maybe you guys don't see it in the videos because you're talking with me, but if you were to work with me, it'd be a different scenario.
Yeah. You need a bitch who's just not going to give a shit if she comes across like a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, you need one of those lesbians.
I told you the other day, I made someone go like this when I said, just do your job. I was like, just do it.
Yeah, what do they call it? You're like not a viper.
I'm called the attack lesbian at work.
Attack lesbian.
That's why I think it's so funny that everyone here is like, Jess is so soft and so sweet and so kind. And at work, I'm like, grr. Not always. I'm pretty much the same always, I think, actually. I think that certain people push my buttons.
Yeah. Wow. Look at Theo. He's like, I'm going to get to Lesbo.
he's on a quest now.
I would.
We gotta get some damn lesbians over here.
Lesbians are gonna save us all.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That would be a great musical. Lesbians are going to save us all. And I believe that I would love to see that. And I think that, I think there is this, you know, for a while there, people were like gays and, you know, don't be gay and that kind of stuff. Probably like 50 years ago, that was like a thing, you know. And then, but now I think one of the neat things about gay folks is they have like a special recipe, you know,
well, gay men have it worked out. Like, I have a good friend I've known since childhood. It's wild because he basically slept with like more women than any of us in high school.
He's a gay gentleman?
He ended up being gay.
Wow.
Went off to college. He's as gay as could be.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the communication, he's explained, like the communication in the gay community, gay male community. Well, it's just very direct.
Right.
People ask for sex if they want it. They say no if they don't want to.
Want lunch? Want to come?
Yeah. I mean,
that's it. Straight up.
I mean, the stereotype is it matches. There are some married gay couples, obviously monogamous, etc., but it aligns with all the male stereotypes of promiscuous, multiple partners. That's the kind of stereotype, right?
You know, the grill and cum. That'd be my team, dude. If you had a gay flag football team in college, dude, for at the rec center, grill and cum. Yeah, some of that intimacy disorder stuff was a nightmare.
Okay, so that's the end of that one.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. Do you think lesbians could save everyone? Because I think lesbians are just as dumb as the rest of us.
Yes, to a degree. But no. As well, I think Andrew Huberman has a point. I think lesbians can save us all. It just depends on the lesbian. You need them not woke. And, I mean, you got to be the type of guy who, when he hears no, he realizes no and understands it and backs off.
I think that you need to have so much experience before you end up getting a lesbian best. Don't you go and never had a girlfriend and go find a lesbian best friend.
Oh, no, that's the worst. That's the worst.
Don't you do that. Don't do that.
It won't work out.
Number one rule. Number one, if you don't have a girlfriend or haven't had a girlfriend, don't find the lesbian.
No.
Everything else, do not read. Do not apply. Because you're going to be fucked. That's all I'm saying.
X-nay on the
As
Esbole.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just gonna get hurt in that one, bud. Because you're dumb. And I don't mean this in a mean way. You're naive to dating. Dumb is the wrong word.
Mm-hmm.
You're naive.
You'll
to
fall in love
dating,
with anybody.
and you're gonna fall in love with her just because she said that you're a good guy, and she doesn't know why you haven't found anyone yet.
Yeah, and then he'll take that as, ooh, she might have feelings for me.
That 100%, and that is probably the weird, like, the weirdest thing, because that is a kind thing to say to someone, right? It implies that you don't want to date them, but you hope that they find someone, and they will take that to mean I have a chance.
Maybe find a meaner lesbian, too. Someone who is just not going to hold any punches with
If
you.
you had it happen, then I don't think that anyone's gonna, like, a meaner lesbian. You're pretty mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. You think that there's more mean ones out there?
I think I'm the lesbian that will save the straight men. Anyway, what do you guys think? Comment below. Like and subscribe. Join our memberships. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can do it. So share this fucking video.
That's 10,000 times what we had when we started.
That's very true.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people.
Anyway, have a good one.
Bye.
Crawling hard in love, I'm falling, sneaking, start